between 42 and 45. This is an age, I don't know what it is, but it's an age where business owners, people in general, get burnt out. You've been doing it now for maybe 15 to 20 years, and you're working harder. But especially in medicine, your reimbursements are becoming less. So you always have to constantly think about new ways to generate income and grow the business. And after a while, it just it wears on you. And but if you set it up right from day one, you will have a practice that's well oiled and just runs like a machine.
Welcome to World of Marketing Podcast, a Foster Web Marketing production. Here's your host, Tom Foster.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the World of Marketing, where I, Tom Foster, talk with healthcare leaders about, yes, you guessed it, marketing, mindset, and the growth of healthcare-focused businesses. This episode is brought to you by Foster Web Marketing. Since the internet was born, Foster's been the premier provider of customized websites, SEO, video, and strategic solutions for elite practices like Wishnie. Our unparalleled web technology and systems set the gold standard in the industry, catering exclusively to a discerning clientele who demand the best. Whether you're an inspiring marketer or an established leader, this podcast will be a resource for inspiration, empowerment, and expert tips from some of the brightest men and women in their fields. Today, I'm excited to introduce our guest, Dr. Peter Wishnie, my friend, my great friend, founder of Family Foot and Ankle Specialists and a renowned healthcare practice consultant. He's also my doctor, also my podiatrist. With 30 years of experience as a podiatrist, Peter has built an extraordinary career combining clinical excellence with innovative practice management strategies. Through his consulting work, he's helped countless healthcare providers transform their practices by implementing patient-centered systems while significantly improving operational efficiency and profitability. We share a lot of the same clients. They are always raving at Peter's expertise and ability to really dive into practice to look for areas out of things. All right, let's dive in. Peter, let me just say, I'm so happy to be here with you, my friend.
Well, thank you, Tom, for having me. I love this. I love talking to you. You are my friend. We go back a long ways, and it's great to have people like you in your corner. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great to have people like you in your life. Peter and I talked for about 20 minutes before I hit record, just catching up, my good friend. And I was thinking about, when I was reading that thing, Peter, I was thinking about the time when the video, where's the video? What happened to the video of you fixing my plantar fasciitis? Remember that with the big syringe and all that stuff? We had that great video.
Absolutely. It was a great video. You guys came to the office, and even that opening video of the website was amazing.
That's
and
what
I kept it there forever. And half the team were gone by then, but I still left the video up because it was an amazing video.
So fun. It was so fun. And you fixed me. You're a great doctor.
That's good.
Went on to be, you're such a great doctor. You exploded your practice. And then ended up selling it very nicely. And now what are you doing?
That's great. So actually, even part-time for the last 13 years, I've been coaching other doctors, physicians on how to do the same. Make more money, work less hours, and have the life that they really, really want. And I've always wanted to do that. I think I could get my message across better if we help doctors help more people, more patients. Think about it. I only have a certain number of patients I can treat. But if I can get doctors to love their practice again,
right, the right way.
And then I can just grow of how many people I can actually help and benefit their lives just by me helping the doctors.
And I met you, 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I met you. Is that you? Because we were at top practice, whatever, with Ren Jackson. That's
Right.
how we met, through Ren. And you were immediately helping people, your peers, your friends, your the other doctors there. Like always helping and coaching because of what you had, the success that you had had, and then the success that they had had. You learned from that too, and that was the great thing. And that's what coaching is all about. Is that experience, and you've experienced it both sides, all around, every which way, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I love the fact that, I help them, but they also help me, because
Right.
it's a great thing about coaching. When you're coaching someone,
You learn too.
you learn too. Yeah. It's great. And, it's amazing. It's a mastermind, really, what it is.
Truly, just even conversation with you, just, always conversation with you. I always take something away from it, like that will be helpful to me.
Cool.
That's why we've had such a great, beautiful friendship for all these years, my friend. You are such a great, great man, great guy, to do what you have done and then come back instead of just like, okay, I'm going to take them all my millions and I'm going to just like, sit in a hammock in Florida.
Ooh. Yeah, I might want to do that for 2 months next winter. I've been sick and tired of the cold here.
It sounds good right now.
Right, 18 degrees
right now. I'm looking at all the snow and ice outside. Yep, exactly. Yeah. But you didn't do that. You said, no, I'm going to stay here and help my people.
Yeah, that's really what I wanted to do. I mean, I love my patients. I love my team. I just had another passion, another itching to do something else. And I am grateful and thankful that I have those opportunities and that I have a passion for something else, because I think after a while, after doing it, for me, it was 34 years. After a while, for some people, their job becomes very mundane and day by day, and there's no more spark.
Work-life balance.
Yeah, and but I still love seeing the patients. But I'm glad.
Is that what you encounter a lot with doctors? Is that they're burned out? I mean, that's pretty much.
Oh yeah, burnt out. I say around mid-40s, between 42 and 45. This is an age. I don't know what it is, but it's an age where business owners, people in general, get burnt out. You've been doing it now for maybe 15 to 20 years, and you're working harder. But especially in medicine, your reimbursements are becoming less. So you always have to constantly think about new ways to generate income and grow the business. And after a while, it's just like it wears on you. And but if you set it up right from day one, you will have a practice that's well oiled and just runs like a machine that needs a little more grease here and there at times, and things change. And for doctors, we always complain, it's medicine's bad. And you're a businessman, you're not in the medical field, Tom. Every business goes through this. Does not matter what kind of business it is. Businesses will always have obstacles.
Right.
Right. And I heard someone say this on stage. You know what? I was in a chiropractic conference. A chiropractor was complaining about their business, and the person on stage said, "Well, congratulations, you own a business. You signed up for this. You signed up for the problems that were going to happen." And the beauty about owning a business is that the problems, if you look at it as just problems, that's bad. But if you look at it as, well, I have a problem, but now I have a puzzle to put together. I now need to learn how to fix this and come up with solutions. And that is what is, I think, exciting. And I've learned one thing. I don't need to know all the answers.
I went through this myself. And it was in my 40s where my business became like, it was like a burden. And that's how I viewed it. And I viewed it in the wrong lens. That's what happens. That's exactly what you're talking about. It's like a burnout. And you start to look at all you just focus on the negative. Just focus on all the negative stuff. And that's the problem. And everybody does that. They do that in their own personal lives, and they do that in their businesses. So entrepreneurs that start a business, whether they're lawyers or doctors or businessmen or whatever, start a business, they all go through this stage. And it's where you have to recognize that it ain't about you, man. It ain't about you getting money. It ain't about you getting rich. It's about you taking care of what you're supposed to fucking taking care of. Oops.
Absolutely true.
But right? I mean,
absolutely true. If you focus on you, you're always going to have like worries and doubts, imposter syndrome. But if you focus on taking care of everybody around you, right, what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I love that. Any book, Start With Why, all that, Simon Sinek stuff. But it's true. If you know your why, it's going to rejuvenate you to the reason why you go to work. And you just, little tweaks. It's like we always think there's a big thing we need to change. It's always like a couple of tweaks that if you just put in, your business will just blow up.
Well, I would say that the big thing is a mindset change. That's the biggest thing. That big thing is a trigger that will allow all the other little things to happen. That's when things start to happen in your favor, benefit, right?
Absolutely.
Like that's what when I stopped looking at my company as a way to make me money, right? And start looking at it as a way, oh my gosh, I need to help people. I need to be better at this. I need to do this better. I need to get better people. Whatever. And in your instance, like when you're like, oh wait, no, we need to get better medicine. We need to get better, staff. We need to get better, and you focus on what matters to your customers, your patients, your clients, then the success comes. That's when it comes.
Absolutely.
Not when you focus on what's in it for me, or me. Like I got to make my money. Like how many patients can I see in an hour, in a day? And you're focusing on things like that. And like, how can I make the maximum amount? What drug is going to give me the maximum kickback? Stuff like that. It's never going to get you anywhere. You got to focus on what's right for your people.
Totally true. And people see when you're not like being the real you or not being present. They see it. They see when you're just all about the money or because you're not showing the empathy to the patient or to the team. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the change. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's this huge mental shift. And everybody will recognize it. Everybody will see it. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. That's the beautiful thing. It doesn't cost anything to do this, right? I think that what you need, though, once you do it, is somebody, a mentor, coach, to help you through all the details of now how you have to be. Now, this is how you have to run your practice.
I just was reading this morning on one of my John Maxwell books on developing leaders around you. And I'm a John Maxwell certified leadership coach, so I love his stuff. He was talking about the difference between a coach and a mentor. And a mentor is with you for life. A coach could be just helping you and guiding you, but a mentor helps you see things and see the possibilities. Coaches they're very similar, but think about if I'm mentoring someone I'm not like, okay, I have 6 months with you and then we're done. No, a mentor is like, I'm here for you. If you need something, I'm here for you. I'm going to check in with you, see how you're doing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're from the other perspective, that mentor, that's who you go to answer all the tough questions that you have, that you need to be accountable to somebody. You need to have somebody check your six. You need to have somebody that you can go to and say, is this a good idea, what I'm about to do, or is this dumb? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
that could be for anything.
yeah, you want to have someone who's been there before, who's done what you're looking to do, who's been through all the obstacles and mistakes and what have you, and knows how to overcome them. And I from month 3 in my private practice, I never worked for anyone. I don't know if you know the story, but I owed $100,000 in student loans. I bought a practice for $100,000. I took out a credit line for $100,000. So before I even saw my first patient, I was down $300,000. And lo and behold, the practice wasn't even that great. I was losing $8,000 a month on the average. And then this one day, I got this fax. You know, young people on this call might not remember what a fax machine is. And most people think faxes are where you look at today's lunch specials at the local restaurant. But I did get a bunch of those. And then I saw this fax about how to run your medical practice, 2-day seminar in New York City for $99. And I went. And lo and behold, after 2 days, you can't learn how to run your medical practice in 2 days. After 2 days, I hired this coach from the company for a year, maxed out 2 credit cards for a total of $18,000. I'm 29 years old. My father passed away already, and my mother's not all 100%. Newly married.
But here's the thing. Yeah, you bought a practice, right? You bought somebody's practice. You think, oh, I'm just going to buy this practice. Everybody's just going to keep coming in, like what, and run it like it was for Dr. Smith or whoever you bought it from, right?
Right.
But I love the story of when you first walked in there, and you're like, Dr. Wishnie, how can I?
First patient, my first patient. Yeah, just like said hello to him. He says, "Who are you?" And he says, I told him who I'm the new doctor. I'm excited and what have you. And the patient said, well, you're not the other doctor and I'm out of here.
And they just left.
They left.
That's attrition, man. And that's scary shit. And so that's what you're like, oh my gosh, I got a problem on my hands. Like you thought that you were going to just cash in, you invested this money, did all this stuff, and boom. So you get a big problem you have to solve. It was a good thing, smart, Peter, of you to reach out for help. And that's really what most people have a problem with, is reaching out for help.
Right.
They don't even recognize it when they need it.
Yeah, they figured they have friends who could help them. But again, like we just said, you want someone who's been there before. Why make the same mistakes? And then we get mad. We get mad at our children. Like, how come our children don't listen to us, the parent? But when a teacher tells them the same exact thing, they come home, oh, you know what my teacher said? And you look at them going, yeah, I think you heard that before, but you needed to hear it from someone else first.
It's all about
no different.
It's all about communication. It's all about how you need to communicate with people.
Right. And and there's no reason to suffer. You were never taught how to run a business in medical school.
That's true.
Imagine you just went out and said, I could do foot surgery and not take a surgical course. We wouldn't do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I mean, like you go to medical school to learn how to do surgery and learn how to help people medically. You don't learn how to run a business, and business is just as difficult. And even though people are like, oh, it's nowhere near as difficult as brain surgery, you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Think running
No.
a business is easy work? No, it is not.
No.
And especially for a doctor that has just bought a practice, who's mid-20s, has no experience running a business, none whatsoever. Everybody, it's just amazing to me, my friend Peter, what he has achieved in his lifetime. Came from that. Had the balls to do all that stuff. And here he is, so successful. Like, so proud of you. So proud of you. Like, it's so good to have you as a friend. You warm my heart. You know, like, here we are seeing each other over video, which is great to see you. But, like, especially when I'm with you, there's such a warmth about you. You know, like, just like give you a big hug. You know, and your energy is so fantastic. You're just a marvel of a person. And I say that to everybody. Not, obviously, I love my friend Peter. But I say that because you can trust this man. If you are looking, if you're struggling, looking for help, and you've had practice is not going the right way, you've got this problem. Peter has seen it. And he is the easiest guy to talk to about it, and hope you resolve it. Peter has seen it, or it's either happened to him or it's happened to somebody that he's talked to, and he's got a solution. Peter, do you have anything to say to everybody before we close up?
I just want everyone to picture like waking up in the morning, loving what you do, having a passion for what you're doing, and having enough energy. See, energy is the key to life. If you have enough energy, you can be your true self, the best version of yourself. You know when you're on it and you go in that treatment room, patients say yes to your recommendations. Your staff is happy. So imagine doing that every single day. And that means having more time, which allows you to exercise, be with your family, do the things you love to do, maybe play golf, ski, whatever, go on vacation. You can do those things and take care of your energy levels. You'll be the best version of yourself. Your team will be amazing. Your patients will refer more patients. And that's how I want to help all of you do. Love your practice again and have all that passion.
Very good. How does somebody get in touch with you?
Best way, email is drwishnie@gmail.com.
Okay. And that's it for us. That's a wrap. Peter, I love you, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.